I'm Tim with Geekedupgaming and my co-host, Holden Sexton. And we're going to bring you guys a review of a game that's based out of Indianapolis, from the creators to the artists to everything that's gone into this, including us now, reviewers. And the game is called The Worlds Collide Anime Card Game. And it's on Kickstarter right now, if you guys want to go check out that page. Hopefully after you watch our review. But anyways, let's go ahead and ship on over to the box, show you guys what's inside and what's in store for you in Worlds Collide. Alright guys, so you guys can see that I have two cards sitting out here. I have the character Igakazi, and I have his weapon. I can't pronounce it. Anyways, I'm not going to try to pronounce that. Anyways, his weapon with the chain, you know, the badass weapon. When you look at the characteristics of the card, up here is going to be the name, Igakazi, at the very top. And then you're going to have your attack power as red. Green is your defense. Yellow is how many actions you get per turn. And then the gray is how many items are allowed to be played on your character, not including your weapon that you start with. But if you look right here, there's a +2 counter with that. So what you're going to do is take this card, put it with this one, and there you go. It's going to add the attributes. It's going to be 2 + 2, which is 4. Defense stays at 2 because there's nothing here. This becomes 3, and this becomes 3. So now I can play 3 items on Igakazi. That's the basics of how that would work together with the weapon. And then he has this effect down here. It says you may discard 2 cards from your hand to prevent the damage from one attack each turn. So when you take damage, it's going to be taken away from your deck. And when your deck runs out, that's when you die, that's when you lose. So if you have 2 cards in your hand, you can use that effect, discard those 2 cards to take all the damage. Instead of taking 6 damage to your deck and to your guy, you can discard the 2 as his special power instead. So, oh, but that's only from one attack. So if he attacks you the second time, then obviously you cannot, you can't negate it or anything. So you would have to take the damage on the second attack. Let me show you some other cards. The other cards that are specifically made for each character will actually have their name on their card. And you can see right here it says Igakazi right there in the center. And this is the smoke bomb. And when you're looking at the cards, you're going to see this number in the top. So I couldn't even play this card right now because I don't have any other cards out here. Let's say I play this card. I could play this because it's a 0 and it costs 0 momentum. So if I have this card out here, let me try to get it all there. If I have this card out here with it, then this gives me 1 momentum. And if I say I had another card out here, such as block, that's another momentum. And that's actually going to give me 2 momentum to cast a smoke bomb, which would allow me to use its effects. Now, your decks, they can only be 50 cards, no more, no less. And to know how many cards you can put in your deck of each card is depicted by the number right here at the bottom. Which this one, I can have 4 copies of this one in my deck. And then this one, I can only have 3. So, and that's basically the characteristics of the cards. So we have the name, we have their momentum cost, we have how many you can have in the deck, and then the character cards are the ones with the attributes, the stat line, along with the weapon, so on and so forth. And then when you're looking at your cards, your green will always be defense, your grays will always be items, and then reds, which here's a red, which is 2 momentum, would be an attack. So you can see this one's an Igakazi exclusive card. So that's the characteristics of the cards. So let's go ahead and show you a little bit of gameplay and how it would look playing against someone. Okay, so this is basically what the table would look like before you actually started playing the game. Now, it's going to be kind of a little bit more difficult to show you gameplay, but we're going to make it work, and I'm going to do it. So first you're going to draw your cards. get your hand size, which, if I'm not mistaken, is 5. And then I'm just going to set off 5 cards for this side, and I will play. What I'll do, and I'll lay these 5 on my side out, and lay the 5 on this side out. And I'm going to go ahead and let Igakazi be the player that goes first. So let's say Igakazi is going first, and he plays the Sword of Pain on with this character. And he's already got, so that'd be my 1 action right there. So, something else I could do is actually do this effect, and that doesn't count as an action. So, but I don't need to use that right now. So, let's go ahead and say I'm going to attack Captain Redgrave. So, I'm going to have 6, because it costs no momentum to play the sword, and that's a lot of power for no momentum. So 6 with no momentum, plus the 4 I have on my character. But Redgrave, you know, she's got a defense of 2, so she's going to block 2 of that. So let's just go ahead and say that there's only 8 damage coming to Redgrave. So Captain Redgrave is going to play, let's say she plays a block. Okay? She plays a block, and that's successful. She has no momentum, so this is a valid card. And it would be prevent the damage of the last attack your opponent played. So as the attack being my last action, well, actually I have 3 actions because I have that weapon and so does she. But let's just say I have 2, and I'm playing my last action as an attack, which is also ending my turn anyway. So I go to attack her. She actually negates everything, and since this was successful, she gets to keep the points there. And this is actually going to go to discard because it was a fail. So then I would draw back up. This player will draw back up as well, and take no damage, and still has this card out here. So now it's Redgrave's turn. So let's say Redgrave goes, and she's going to go ahead and use her once per turn. Once per turn you may force your opponent to discard 1 defense from his hand at random. So I've got 2 of the same, only 2 defense cards, so I'll go ahead and take my block, and I will discard it. And then that does not count as an action, so she still has 3 actions left. So it's really cool to use that in the very beginning before attacking. She has nothing in her hand that's going to allow her to attack. She's got 2 blocks and 3 dodges. So what we're going to do is she's just going to attack me with the 3 that she has, the 2 on her character and the 1 on her weapon. So she goes ahead and throws an attack at me, and I have 2 to block. So there's only 1 remaining. I have no momentum. So what we're going to do is play this momentum against her as she did to us. So that's going to do the block. That's going to make the attack fail. And that will end the turn. And then, so basically that's how it would look going back and forth. It's pretty simple. The game is really easy to play. And then like if you look at my, if you look right here, I have 2 discarded cards. So basically I have 2 hits on me to where I'm actually down. So this character would be actually winning because they have all their cards in their hand and 1 on the table, and they don't have any discarded. What happens when the deck runs out? Like say, let's say she does damage to me, and none of it's negated. She gets all 3 through there. I can either discard 2 cards from my hand and then take 1 off my deck, or I can just go ahead and take the 3. Whoops. Take the 3 off the deck as I throw 20 of them over. There's going to be more cards per deck. I have trial decks, which are 25 cards apiece. Your actual decks will be 50 cards apiece. So that's pretty much it. That's how you play. And let's go ahead and go on over to our conclusion and tell you what I think about Worlds Collide. Hey guys, so you've seen me play both sides of the game for the pirate Redgrave and the ninja, and I forget his name. His name is Igakazi, and I actually read that with my finger over his name, so I just remembered by looking at his picture. The pictures, the artwork, everything's really cool in this game. I really have a lot of fun playing it. It's really easy for really anyone to learn. If Holden was at least a year old, he could probably learn it. Probably not, but you know, my hopes are high. Anyways, Worlds Collide anime card game. Right now it's on Kickstarter. I will put a link below if you guys want to go out there and back that. And you will be supporting a lot of guys here in Indiana, Indianapolis, the home of Gen Con, the new home, since it left Lake Geneva and wherever else it was before here. But we're excited about Gen Con. Excited about this game being on Kickstarter and helping support a lot of the guys here in Indy. So if you guys like the game, like our video, check out the Kickstarter link. Also give us a subscription, and it's free. Yeah, everybody loves free stuff, and I like free stuff because Holden breaks a lot of my stuff. But anyways, you know, give us a subscribe, like, Facebook, you know, friend request us. We can be friends. We can talk. We can do whatever. Gaming is gaming, and it's a great community out here. So I'm Tim, this is Holden, we're Geeked Up Gaming, and this is Worlds Collide, the anime card game.